Liverpool Fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki Man Si, and oh my days, in the last 24 hours, David Coote's shocking revelations around how he hated Jurgen Klopp, he hated Scousers, he hated Liverpool, X-rated, uncensored, unfiltered blasphemy. He's thrown the whole integrity of the game into disrepute. So many media pundits, so many content creators, fan channels have had their say, and actually half of their opinions are really bizarre, not over the top but not steeped in full understanding of the entire situation. And I'm going to tell you why in the next 20 minutes or so. First of all, some of the former players, for example, on the big shows like Talksport, talk about how players didn't like other players, didn't like referees, didn't like opposition, didn't like personnel, for example, and try to compare it to the David Coote situation. That's absolutely outrageous and a bonkers mad analogy around it, because the first line in the referee rulebook is you have to be impartial, you have to be fair, you have to treat each team without bias, you judge the game on its merits. Every team deserves a chance to win a football match on its own merits in terms of playing well, scoring the goals within the rules of the game. You can't be like Mike Dean and say, oh, my mate, my buddy, my colleague, my referee brethren is having a bad day, so I didn't want to question his decision by sending him to VAR again. You can't possibly interpret or align the rules that way, because it's outright bias, and you can't bend the rules to your own will to favor a particular narrative as well. Now, I love how the fan base and everyone is now critically analyzing every one of David Coote's dodgy decisions. Now, this may be a double-edged sword because of something called plausible deniability, right? Which might prove it's not unethical. David Coote might use this as an argument to say he's consistently bad, so it wasn't above and beyond what he normally does anyway to give blasphemous decisions against Liverpool, because he's consistently bad across the board to all teams. Now, if he goes with that argument, that would not only be hilarious, he should probably lose his job on that standalone fact anyway. But the fact that he has a natural bias against Jurgen Klopp now, as a Liverpool fan, we love Jurgen Klopp. He is the Shankly to Arne Slot's Paisley, right? Big, cheesy, goofy smile, whiter than white teeth, the grandfather figure, brought us home the title after 30 years of hurt, for example, won the Champions League, number 6, let's talk about 6, baby. But you can understand how his larger-than-life charisma, personality might offend opposition, might degrade them slightly, and his larger-than-life personality overshadows the spotlight on the referees and all that kind of stuff. And he name-dropped Tierney as having an inherent bias against him. He name-dropped Coote as well, having a terrible officiating performance against Burnley, for example. So you could understand how personal bias and personal grudges come into it, but a referee must first and foremost put all of that aside and act professionally on the pitch at all times to make sure each respective team have the chance to win the game and earn the points on merit, because that's what sporting integrity is all about. Now, some people may argue just because he had this rant in a drunken stupor, or he might have been wasted, or whatever substances he might have been abusing at the time, and God forbid, mental health and all the crackdown, but it seems okay. He looked like he was totally enjoying the match of Villa against Liverpool on the weekend, except for the fact that Liverpool won, for example. Hint, hint. Yeah, we'll get into that Villa match in particular, especially with Bailly and McGinn and all those big instances as well. But ultimately, this geezer cannot be officiating in the Premier League anymore. Forget Liverpool matches, because he has a direct influence on Liverpool's end performance in the table. Even though Liverpool have it in their own hands on the day, given a fair refereeing performance, he can influence the points tally of Man City and Arsenal, for example, the nearest rivals. He could influence the relegation battle, Fred, even though Liverpool aren't a part of that, but Man United maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Amorim, perfume manager, he'll be about mid-table. Anyway, all hard truths aside, yeah, he's finished. He's absolutely toast in the Premier League, because every single little decision, rightly or wrongly, that he makes going forwards in an official capacity will be scrutinized to the nth degree, because corruption is at play here. Now, the PGMOL are massively liable, possibly for a lawsuit even, because think around any particular match, how much money is in the betting markets, people's livelihoods and money that depends on the outcome of a match, right? Not just Liverpool and their placement and prize money and potential trophies, Premier Leagues, and all of the butterfly effect that has an effect on as well. So, for example, if you win, it does a psychological blow to your opposition, to your rivals. They need to rack more points up in a difficult match and that kind of thing. So there's lots and lots of unintended associated influences that occur because of the fact that the referee made a big boo-boo intentionally or not intentionally on any given moment. But the fact is, he literally cannot referee a game in the Premier League no longer because of the fact that literally his position is untenable. And it's almost at the stage of gross misconduct. The fact that he might have an inherent bias in every decision, and if you tally them up, bad decisions against Liverpool, decisions in favour of Liverpool's rivals. I don't know, the fans are doing their work in the comment sections on multiple channels. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything I missed in this particular video. Smash a like as well, help this video get seen, because David Coote should be held accountable for this. But it could be gross misconduct by the fact that he is not appropriately doing his job, and he has direct influence in the narrative of a game that has a direct influence in the ultimate position in the table of a global entity competing in a sporting league. And we can name many things in this. Now, I don't know the exact referees, right? I think it wasn't him. It was like Darwin England or someone in the VAR kerfuffle with Tottenham and Lucho Diaz. But he definitely was involved in some capacity in the Odegaard basketball match against Liverpool. Definitely in some regard to the Rodri handball against Everton in the title race. Definitely on the weekend when Bailly absolutely cleaned out Salah's clock with no covering defender. No one anywhere in sight. Salah clean through goal, and he instantly waved it off. But for the fact that Darwin Nunez sniped onto it quick as a fox, got the ball round to the keeper and finished with aplomb. Darwin Nunez style, Darwinio Nunez. Put some credit on his name. He's a proper Arne Slot player. And I will do a dedicated video on why Arne Slot probably sees Nunez as one of the most ideal strikers and forwards in the Liverpool squad in world football. And I'm not even joking about that. He is one of the most ideal strikers for an Arne slot machine system, for the fact that we have always wanted a top-class squad, a £70 million, £80 million player to bring off the bench. And we have that in a rotational option in Darwin Nunez, who never complains, cheers his teammates on, will always score goals, even if not the most clinical strikers, because you have a striker here who scores perhaps 1 in 4 or 5 chances. But on the pitch, he creates 4 to 5 to 8 to 10 chances for himself or the team, which means the goals come anyway. And the main scorer is Mo Salah, don't forget that. And his existence on the pitch facilitates Lucho Diaz and Gakpo and Jota and everyone else to have goal scoring contributions as well. So he's a part of an effective unit who presses well from the front, never complains, high energy, great attitude, great lad, great profile, great high ceiling, great age range. We won't change him because he's exactly what you want in a squad game. But yeah, I digress just a little bit. I love Darwin Nunez. But Van Dijk, Pickford, that little T-Rex gnawing at his knee and taking him out right with a scissors challenge. No yellow card, no penalisation there. David Coote once again. McGinn stopped 2 clear counter-attacking chances. On the transition, chop, harsh, rugged, full force tackles, and not a yellow card in sight. They're the most blatant yellow cards you will see all day. That Bailly one was absolutely criminal as well. The penalty shout on Gakpo wasn't even considered. So many awfully odd little things, but they accumulate. And the congregation of all these little facets in a match add up to the end result. But luckily Liverpool are good enough to overcome that. And you might also argue that David Coote might not have bias against Arne Slot, because he knows nothing about Arne Slot, and Arne Slot's really charming and he's so shiny. How can you have anything against a shiny one? He's like a crystal ball, Mystic Meg, predicting Liverpool to win the league, maybe a quadruple. But yet that aside, he has a bias against Scousers because he said he hated them. He has a bias against Jurgen Klopp. He has a picture of Jurgen Klopp and James Milner on his phone. That's how much it's been playing on his mind, for example. He even said in the video, right, this video cannot be shown, whatever. My goodness, he's probably stitched himself up. And I love how immediately he came up with the AI excuse. It's a deep fake. That wasn't me. But very soon changed his tune, because you cannot do such a crappy quality video that shows human empathy, human touch, human interaction with the phone, with his buddy on the side. Changed his tune straight away, and then came up with the verbal garbage that he couldn't remember it or knew nothing about it, right? It's just an excuse. That does not remove his liability, strict liability and accountability for his actions and his words. He's literally shot himself in the foot and he cannot officiate anymore in the Premier League. And think about how this footage got leaked, because this footage was way back when we had Millie, when we had Jurgen Klopp after the Burnley game, for example, on a drunken stupor, allowing himself to be recorded for the bants with the brethren, right? And obviously his PGMOL mates will come to his defense because they've got a little boys club, a little sausage fest in the background stirring down, you know what it's like, wieners all around, blending in the molten, oily, acne-fested hot pot. I digress just a little bit. I'm always thinking about food, but you know exactly what I mean. And the fact that this got leaked shows that he must have said something bad in his inner friend circle, a bad, dodgy WhatsApp message. Maybe flirted with the wrong person's wife, for example. I'm just giving hypothetical what if, made if scenarios because by hook or by crook, someone has leaked this footage to do him in, and he fully deserves it because, my God, what is he doing in Indonesia as a married man with hand over the shoulder and hugging with adult workers in Indonesia? And rightly, David Coote has been suspended as of effectively immediately by the PGMOL, damage limitation, damage control, 2 week suspension, learned his lesson, put him on an educational course, and back he goes. No, it's not that simple, my friend. Literally, everyone now has grounds to absolutely headhunt the PGMOL. Howard Webb, my goodness, having this guy in charge of the Runt Club. That pretty much says it all, doesn't he? David Coote is one of his proteges, learning from the best of the rest, on how to give your favored teams the benefit of the doubt. And the fact that David Coote has admitted that this video is real gives him no leverage or no breathing space for everything that is to come. And it's thoroughly merited and thoroughly deserved. Definitely let me know your comments and your thoughts in the chat below. Not only is this disgusting, it hits you right in the feels. What do you think players, the current players, feel right now? What do you think the past and previous players feel? What do you think the people who always knew, like Jurgen Klopp, always knew that there was an agenda out for Liverpool and the Scousers and for Jurgen Klopp on the pitch, the sacred football pitch where everything outside is to be forgotten, and for 90 minutes you can suspend reality and enjoy an epic duel between two clubs, two sets of players who are trying their absolute best, giving everything. They've trained for that moment in time, for their time to shine and to earn the victory through their own efforts and through own ability, only to be sabotaged by a guy who thinks he's larger than life and he can control the narrative of multi-million-pound organizations and entities because of the fact that he doesn't like a certain set of people, he doesn't like a team, he doesn't like a color. I mean, just wow, this is sensational breaking news, and it's about time they get accountability. It really, really is. Whether they bring in the rugby communications live so the audience and fans can hear it as well, whether there's new protocol or new procedures, well, there damn well needs to be, for the fact that how can you allow inherent bias, cheating and corruption, and even referees like Michael Oliver going over to the Middle East on a paid run associated with Abu Dhabi, who are bankrolling and own Manchester City, for example. How can you allow them to be seconded to there to earn a quick buck to come back with no outside influence or restrictions at all? And when you sum up the parts, it almost is like the Hicks and Gillette epic swindle case. Money is involved, integrity is involved, points are involved, multi-million-pound organizations and football clubs are involved, powerful individuals are involved, and they're all surrounding one person's admission and declaration that he's inherently biased and has a grudge against Liverpool, against Scousers, against Jurgen Klopp. Sensational. They really need to throw a book at him, make an example out of him, and I don't even know if all of these allegations and summations and video evidence even accounts for him breaking some particular UK rules, which could in fact mean severe and harsher penalties than just being sacked, for example. So you're going to take a breather here, because literally as a fan, how can you absorb this? How can you let bygones be bygones, knowing that literally we could have been cheated? There's no definitive information, but from all the admissions and all of the scandalous occurrences in terms of all the bad decisions against Liverpool, and they were outrageous decisions that every single person, even if you're an opposition fan, could agree that they were scandalous decisions. And he must have made scandalous decisions against your clubs as well, perhaps in favour of Manchester City. Guys, we need to unite together. It's unacceptable. I'm usually impartial, but this absolutely tickles my pickle, and not in the right way. Because this is a channel with substance in abundance. The cream of the crop! We don't hide from the cold, hard truths. And on a pro rata basis, this literally compounds everything that we already knew, that somehow we seem to be on the wrong end of the stick. But fortunately, this may be some leeway that Arne Slot is not perhaps getting the rub of the green, but it's perhaps getting a level playing field where our inequality and his tactical acumen is showing up trumps and coming to the fore. I'm really, really happy with the season so far. I'm so happy that these allegations and these leaks came out as well, because David Coote, you're never ever managing a match that Liverpool are involved in again, my friend. And by friend, I don't mean Kevin Friend. Oh dear. And there's literally so many sackable offences here, right? Under the influence, bringing the PGMOL into disrepute. His conduct, right? Not of the caliber needed for the Premier League. The fact that he was bringing in the nationality German C word into this equation is so funny, especially because Thomas Tuchel is the FA's man at the moment as well. Why would you even say it? And the fact that he's giving James Milner the big up, that's quite hilarious as well. And the fact this is widespread in the media, social media has got him by the balls. And Georgie Dawes, what's the score? He's out of there. And as always, I like to celebrate with a piece of kit, and today's news definitely deserves a piece of kit. So and this might come just in time for winter time, because this is obviously not a shirt. This is like a woolly Liverpool old badge, Adidas back in the day, stripes. This is a nice way of doing Adidas stripes, isn't it? Actually, this is really nice. Brown, white, pure delight. This is a nice way of doing the Liverpool stripes, isn't it? Beautiful. Adidas, Liverpool, winter, woolly jumper. And if justice is probably served, that's an early Christmas present. And this could be like a Christmas style get up as well. Look at this, looky right here. I'm properly in the festive mood right now, because Coote, you so done, my friend. Ooh, okay, this is quite comfy. I might wear this for some other streams as well. But yeah, as someone correctly pointed out, we're on the international break here, so there's no stream. But I might do a stream this weekend. We might have a live Q&A. Let me know in the comments below if you want a live stream this weekend, a live Q&A with Miyazaki Man Si, Liverpool fan in Japan. I'll see if I can bring in Maimi as well, or Eito, or Mia, or whoever is around to join me on that session. Any question you like, for your delight, let me know if you'd like a live streaming session this weekend, maybe an hour or so. And guys, make sure you also sign up to the Liverpool Fan in Japan Shorts channel, the LFIJ Shorts Clips channel. I'm going to make dedicated exclusive shorts, so I figured out that shorts actually batter the algorithm on this particular channel, which means then views in the next video get lower as well. So I'm going to make a dedicated shorts video for all you guys to enjoy on the Liverpool Fan in Japan Shorts channel. Make sure you subscribe to that one. I'm putting the links in the description, in the comments below as well, and in the community post. I've got Instagram as well for all of the family pictures and all the shenanigans that we get up to out and about in Miyazaki Japan, all of us Liverpool fans. So yeah, make sure you join Instagram as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos as well. Really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for joining the Discord, everyone. The Discord is popping, it's banging at the moment, and you guys are the best. I love following along in all of the chat, the read-throughs, and I can do some exclusive competitions there as well. So until next time, Miyazaki Man Ichiban. It means the best. You guys are the best. Liverpool Fan Japan community are the best. Literally, I love all your comments. I love all you guys as well. Have a great week. Great start to the week. Top of the table. International break. And until next time, Janet, hit my music.
Liverpool fan in Japan.